everybody, I said I would make a video talking about all the things that which I learned while I was overseas last time. I made a little list, so hold on, I have to set my timer so I don't go over. These are all things that either I learned or kind of like dawned on me while I was overseas, and it pretty much falls into two real categories: people in general, and with my dealings with relationships. So, okay. Now, my list starts with people, but my people list is a bit more positive than my relationship list. So, in an effort to end on a good note, I'm going to go with the relationship side first. Anybody who's heard me talk knows that I was in a fairly bad relationship while I was overseas with the girl in the States. And again, this is just based on my perception, my experiences. So these aren't necessarily, well, these are truths, but anyway, starting off, starting a relationship mere months before a 15-month deployment is a bad idea. You don't get to really bond. You're still in that infatuation stage. Now, someone who will neither work nor go to school is going to take up my time and energy. They're just going to sit around and suck that up and, be a leech. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying that, I mean, you have to do something. If you're just sitting around, you're going to dwell on stuff, and it's bad. Moving on to that. Somebody who gets angry at me for sending 3 dozen roses. 3 dozen roses? That's 36 roses? They're unappreciative. And not worth the energy to click the mouse to order the flowers. The non-genuine personality, directly proportional to non-genuine interest. I'm talking about fake people. Yes, I am. Anybody who says mean and hurtful things to somebody, immediately followed up with love you, doesn't. Open-minded people who immediately jump down the throat of anybody who expresses any type of religious preference or ideology or religious symbols, like wearing a cross or something. Open-minded, their doors are shut, man. They're closed-minded people. And rounding this relationship off, somebody who doesn't support or believe in what I do cannot support or believe in me. I know these are pretty obvious things, but they don't always dawn on you as obvious things. Now, on to people. Now, this is a bit more positive, a bit more upbeat. Children are the same everywhere. Anywhere you go, there's children. They'll play, they'll laugh, they'll have fun. They're children. It's the same if they're in the United States, if they're in Iraq, if they're in Mexico. I've never been to Mexico, but I'm sure they're pretty much the same. I mean, other than the obvious, cultural and economic differences, they're the same. They play. They have fun. Going along with that, regardless of your religion, if you treat people with respect and, be polite and dignity, show them dignity, you'll get it back. And going along with that, soldiers are the same. We're all the same. We act the same way when we're with ourselves, regardless of whether or not we're U.S. Army, Marines, British, Lithuanian, Iraqi. We're all the same. Differences are moot. As many people hate America, there's just as many people who love it. Just as many. And it is entirely possible to have a conversation without using any actual words. It is completely possible. I know this because I did this on a regular basis. And of course, other than the obvious cultural differences, people are fundamentally the same. They're good. People are fundamentally good, and they want the same thing. They want to be safe. They want their kids to go to school, and they want food. They want water. They want heat. I mean, yeah, people find things to complain about, but I mean, people are the same. I'm, same as you. Other than obvious differences, like obvious cultural differences, obvious economic differences. But fundamentally, people are the same. Generally. I mean, there are those people out there that are different. There are those people out there that are evil personified. But those people are few. They're the vast minority. Vast minority. And it's a shame that the minority, the smaller group, is what influences the way that people see the world. Anyway, I'm done talking on that. So I will see you guys later. All right, later.